Hello everybody and welcome back to Connor here. A little bit different. I'm doing a recorded one here, a recorded video, just because I did a live stream and just some things were going a bit technically wrong on it. So it happens with a live stream. Been live streaming near enough every day. So when you're trying to up the quality, needs a little bit of research. But anyway, let's get on to it. This is the Rumour Mill episode. I don't even know what episode we're on, but guys, just for all that good stuff, we are sponsored by Ship Bikes USA, and they do some brilliant customized detailed bikes that you can get, and really decent service over there. I love a couple of bikes that they've got over there. They've got a red Demon Honda and a nice other yellowy gold one. But it is absolutely class, so make sure you go check those guys out as well. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, that's great. We're on the road to 5k. We are nearly there, which is insane. I mean, 4 weeks ago I was sitting on 400 subscribers, and it's been a lot of effort. We've got loads of stuff going into it. Obviously, I'm having to take the mic back, which is a nightmare, and get all the internet sorted, which is also a nightmare. But listen, it's all for a good cause. It's all for Leeds United. It's all for you guys. So let's get into the first one. I think it's going to be pretty much confirmed, or it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be finalised today, but it looks like Cody Drama, the Fulham youngster, is going to be signed for Leeds United at some point. You know, there's rumours absolutely everywhere. Whether or not that's going to be done today, I don't know. I cannot exactly confirm. But it is one of those things where Leeds United have been, you know, absolutely touting the starlet. He's liking stuff on Instagram, on Twitter. He's doing all this sort of stuff anytime anyone's mentioning Leeds. He seems to be responding to DMs as well, I've seen on Twitter, which is mad, but he is doing that, and listen, he'll fit in at Leeds. He's an exciting young prospect, very quick, very versatile, very natural on the ball, good at going forward, defensively strong as well. You know, played in the England setup, under 18 as well. Fulham did want to keep hold of him, which is mad, and Leeds have managed to acquire his services, which is great. And we just need it to be announced now, don't we? I think we just need a little bit of a signing. We just need a signing, don't we? But yeah, no, that'd be amazing, and hopefully that gets done today. I think it might do. As well, a goalkeeper called Kakir Ergakan, I believe is how you pronounce it. Leeds have been interested in him. I've seen a lot of things about him over these past sort of couple of weeks, and I think Leeds have been interested in acquiring his services. Liverpool have touted him as one of the top keepers in the world. A scout at Liverpool actually turned around and said he's the best keeper he's ever scouted, which is incredible praise. And as of even 2 months ago, Liverpool were looking into him, but there's been rumours with Leeds looking into him. Leeds have apparently sent scouts over to Turkey to look at him, and whether or not that's going to happen, I do not know, but that's something to keep your eyes on. Sheffield United have had a £22 million bid rejected for him, and that just shows the market that we're working in. It is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely sort of mad how still the market seems to be increasing in this pandemic that we're talking about. It's not really pandemic, I meant plandemic. But it is one of those things where Leeds have just got to keep pursuing. We've got to keep going for these deals. And someone like Ergakan, highly rated, seen as one of the top keepers in Turkey, one of the top keepers in Europe, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. As well, there's a couple of rumours that are quite interesting for Leeds. I mean, in terms of just out and out rumours, there's not that much at the minute, and that's why the rumour mill is sort of being quite difficult. And it's sort of why I've done this as well, because I just want to sort of surmise everything that's going on instead of elongating a rumour mill for 30 minutes when I can't really talk about anything. But this Barisic link seems to, Borna Barisic keeps rearing its head. Obviously Leeds going for a left-sided player, and it was actually I was actually quoted. Someone said McGilligan says he's a good player, which was nice. First time I've been on an article. But yeah, and a left-sided player. Leeds have had prior interest. Whether or not we're going to pursue that, he's decent. He's got the most assists in that Rangers side last year. So whether or not, as I said, Leeds are going to pursue that, who knows? But looks like a good talent. Looks like a good player. And I presume if Leeds put a good price up for him, then maybe we'll be able to get that one over the line. But obviously, the natural one that everyone wants to talk about is Ben White, and exactly what is going on with Ben White, whether or not we can acquire his services, whether or not he's going to make the move. Obviously, a lot of Leeds fans are talking about him putting a transfer request in. That's not happening right now, and I think the reason behind that is purely because he doesn't want to leave on a sour note. But does he need to sort of drive that home, the fact that he wants to leave, this is the move that he wants to make? I don't know, but it's definitely something to consider. I think I think there's going to be a point where Leeds are going to have to actually back out of the deal. I honestly do think that, because it's going to be too hard for Leeds to be able to keep going and pressing that value. I mean, is it going to go 30? Is it going to go 35, 40? I mean, how much do you guys think Ben White is worth? Please get it in the comment section below. Keep spamming the comment section as well, guys. I know we're not on a live stream, but I'd love to hear what you think. I can bring it into the next video that I do. But I think it is one of those things where we've got to keep tabs on him, of course. We'll be pursuing it right till the end. But do we have to look at alternatives now? Van Foyth has come out today and said that he wants to fight for his place at Tottenham Hotspur. He's also said that if another move does become, clear and available for him, he will make that move. Of course he will. But for now, under Jose Mourinho, he wants to fight for his place. Now, that can be just a negotiation tactic. We've seen that with multiple players. I want to fight for my place. Are you going to start negotiating my contract? Is there going to be a renewal in place? And if Leeds can manage to, acquire his services for such a cheap price, that'd be a really good signing for me. As I've done a bit of a player profile on him, and he looks like he'd be a perfect fit. Marauds, love that word, marauds into the midfield. Similar to Bellis from Manchester City, who I was talking about yesterday, 3-barrel Bellis, with his 3-barrel name, and I think there are a lot of players who Leeds can target. I do trust the board. I do trust Radrizzani, Orta, and especially Bielsa to get it right. If you think about when Janssen went last year, we had no idea who Ben White was, if we were bringing in a replacement. But that's the blueprint for me. We didn't bring a replacement in because Bielsa trusted everybody else around that back line. If it was Berardi, if it was Struijk, if it was Ollie Casey. I genuinely think we will be after just one centre-back this year. I think that's just how Bielsa works. He wants a small squad. I don't think he brings a lot of reinforcements in. You look at his tenure at Marseille, Bilbao, Espanyol, he didn't. It was a small squad. So whether or not Leeds are going to bring anyone in is going to be really, really interesting to keep tabs on. But I just can't see it. I can't see us bringing in 2 or 3 centre-backs. It's just not the Bielsa way. It's not how we roll. So I think Ben White and the situation with how that is going, I think there's going to be decisions made very, very soon in terms of who Leeds are going for as alternatives. As I said, Bellis would be mine. I really, really like the look of him, and he's highly rated by a lot of players. My only stipulation with that would be, are they going to give him to us? Or is it just going to be a case, once again, of loan? Because what's going to happen again is he's going to come to Leeds. He's probably going to improve, probably going to do really well under Bielsa. Then we're going to be in the same situation as we are with White this year, where Man City get a really good player back, an improved player back who's got first-team football, and Leeds just cannot meet that valuation unless City bring in, a couple of other centre-backs, which I wouldn't put it past them. But it's a really interesting debate to have. It's a really interesting talking point. Obviously, I know a lot of people are talking about Ben White at this moment in time, but we just have to keep pursuing it. We have to keep seeing it as an idyllic situation. But I think today, guys, the main news is that it is going to be, I think it's going to be hopefully a Cody Drama day. The fact that we're going to be able to get him over the line, that's really exciting. That's something I'm really excited about. And as you can tell, with Charlie Allen, with Joe Gelhardt, and with Cody Drama, we're getting those ranks boosted. Obviously, Shackleton signing yesterday was absolutely fantastic. Bogus, obviously, 3-year the other day. Now, I did mention about Bogus. I thought he'd be sent out on loan. That can still happen if you sign a deal. You look at someone like Ben White, once again, who previously did that at Brighton and then was sent out on loan to Leeds United. So it's definitely something worth watching in terms of the development of each and every one. I saw us also linked to Eze the other day from numerous sources, but apparently Leeds are not willing to match that valuation of 20 million, which is really, really interesting. Maybe we don't see him as worth that much. I personally would, but whether or not we're holding out for someone like Ben Rama, someone like Buendia, or someone else in that centre attacking mould, that'll be interesting to see. And with regards to another player as well, we're interested in. Once again, I mentioned this before, but it is Campana at Levante for 27.1 million. Now, whether or not Leeds are going to go for that is a hell of a lot of money for someone who is probably, I'd probably say actually he's in his prime of his career, but I think when you spend that sort of money, you're looking at players who are 21, 22, have got that progression, they've got that trajectory and that, once again, projection that they can get to that next level, that they're going to be able to play for England, that they're going to be able to play for Spain and increase that market value and naturally be a top player in the top divisions. So I don't know whether or not Leeds would put that money for him. Maybe someone actually mentioned on the stream, would Calvin go into a centre-back role and then Campana come in as sort of a DM, a CM? I mean, we'd have to wait and see on that one. I think if we play 3 at the back, obviously we know teams like Brighton have played with Aaron Connolly and Morpay up front, Southampton with Shay Adams and Danny Ings up front. So Leeds then revert to a back three. Would Phillips then go into that back three? I don't know. I think his prime position is as a single pivot defensive midfielder. So I think that has still got to be his main position and still got to be something that we pursue with Phillips. But someone like Campana, he is a really good player. I've watched a lot of stuff on him, but I don't know whether or not that's going to be something that we sort of solidify. The next one's Nico Gonzalez. I know a lot of people have been talking about Nico Gonzalez. His ratio isn't that amazing right now. Obviously, down at Stuttgart, he's not been playing at the highest level, let's be honest. But for Argentina, he's had some appearances. He's only a young lad, and that feeds into that Ben White thing, the projection, the trajectory. How far can he go? And Leeds clearly work on youth products, on youth investment, and on youth value, really, the market value, getting them in relatively cheap and then potentially selling them on or keeping them for 5 or 6 years. But that's definitely one to look out for. I wouldn't be surprised if we made moves to Nico Gonzalez. Would I start him in the Premier League? I think that jump is going to be too high. So maybe an attacker or a centre attacking midfielder who can add to goals is going to be something that Leeds are going to go for on a higher scale. Maybe not Nico Gonzalez, without any disrespect. I don't know if he can start week in, week out. But then you look at someone like Patrick Bamford. I think Bamford will start week in, week out in the Premier League. But will Nico be sort of a second striker? I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, guys, it's been a bit of a different rumour mill. It's been a little bit more condensed. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hopefully you like the format. Obviously, I like to vary it up with the live streams. Sometimes the live streams can get a bit tiring, just in terms of setting everything up and all this sort of stuff. But we'll keep going with everything that's going on. And I hope you're enjoying the content, sort of the improvement in content. And I've only been really going at this for 3 or 4 weeks. So Let's just see how far this goes, and thank you so much for everything, and I really appreciate it, guys. Have a lovely day. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.